Top 10 Most Dangerous Kids Toys Ever Made. Number 10. Cabbage Patch Kids Snack Time Doll. Released in 1996, the Cabbage Patch Kids Snack Time Doll was a quick hit after its initial release. The doll was able to fully eat plastic foods, but that wasn't the only thing being eaten. Reports began coming in that the doll being known to chomp down on kids' fingers and hair. The toy maker thought it would be a good idea to not include an on-off switch on the doll. This led to the doll biting down on anything in its way at all time. After 100 complaints, the doll was removed from shelves and the retail price of $39.99 was refunded back to the customers. Number 9. Sky Dancers. Talk about a nightmare. Released in the mid-1990s, these hellish torpedo rockets, Sky Dancers, were known to whack kids upside the head when launched. Kids quickly learned the Sky Dancers made great weaponry, then fun fairy flying good times. It took over 100 reported injuries and 6 years of complaints to finally get the toy off retailer shelves. Toy guns are a delicate subject, with some parents not wanting their kids to play with anything that simulates real-world violence. In the case of the Austin Magic Pistol, which was a hot toy in the late 1940s, you could actually do a bit of real-world violence with it as well. The Magic Pistol used calcium carbide, a chemical that undergoes a huge explosive reaction when mixed with water, to propel ping-pong balls out of the muzzle at a terrifying rate of speed. The fireball that this toy created was so dangerous that they were rapidly taken off the market. This product was made in the 1950s. What else can I say? The Austin Magic Pistol is nothing more than a mini flamethrower. The gun is fired from the combination of magic crystals and water. What these magic crystals could be is beyond us, but more than likely the chemical magic is now banned. Number 7. The Slip and Slide. The Slip and Slide is a toy manufactured by Umo, first introduced in 1961 after being invented by Robert Carrier. The toy is a long sheet of thin plastic, flanked lengthwise on one side by a heat-sealed tubular fold. The tube can be connected to any ordinary garden hose. Sending kids to the hospital since the 1960s, the Slip and Slide is a staple in American pop culture history. Who doesn't love the Slip and Slide? Number 6. Xi Fingerprint Examination Kit. Produced by the now bankrupt Planet Toys and licensed by CBS, the Xi Fingerprint Examination Kit wasn't very well thought through when released in 2005. The powder used to examine for fingerprints contained asbestos. Shockingly, it took 20 months after initial testing to pull the toy off the shelves. Number 5. The Trampoline. A trampoline is a device consisting of a piece of taut, strong fabric stretched over a steel frame using many coiled springs. People bounce on trampolines for recreational and competitive purposes. The fabric that users bounce on, commonly known as the bounce mat or trampoline bed, is not elastic in itself. The elasticity is provided by the springs that connect it to the frame, which store potential energy. Over 35,000 trampoline-related injuries are reported each year in the US. Trampolines should be supervised and nets should be included with every backyard trampoline. Don't worry kids, adults have no common sense as well when on a trampoline. Number 4. Gilbert Home Chemistry Kit. How kids in the 50s survived is beyond us. The Gilbert Home Chemistry Kit supplied chemicals that would send most parents to jail if their kids were caught with it. From gunpowder to sulfuric acid, the chemistry kit introduced kids to corrosive powders and chemical explosions. Number 3. The Kite Tube. Released in 2007 and recalled that same year, the Kite Tube was anything but safe. The tube was known to reach heights of 60 feet when the boat is at full speed. Passengers in the kite tube are not properly secured and many were slammed headfirst into the water in deadly speeds. The summer of 2007 brought a total of 39 critical injuries and 3 deaths before pulling the air out of these tubes. Number 2. Water yo-yo. Now banned from stores, the water yo-yo was known for over 300 emergency visits for near strangulation. The stretchy plastic spun around kids' necks when in the water and severely injuring many. As of December 13, 2007, the CPSC has received 409 reported injuries related to this toy. 294 of those injuries were classified as suffocation strangulation. One child passed out and hit his head so hard he sustained a skull fracture, while another child was found bleeding from his mouth and nose, requiring CPR. 2 children have had lens implant surgery because of severe eye trauma when the cord of the toy snapped back and hit them with such force that it shattered the lens. Number 1. Jarts or lawn darts. Lawn darts, or jarts, were all the rage in the 1980s. With a few jarts, a few friends, and a few beers, American backyard barbecue goers would lay down small plastic hoops as targets and play a game not entirely unlike horseshoes. Each player would toss the darts into the air, attempting to arc them into the opposite ring. While the darts, which had a metal spike and plastic fins on the sides for flight stability, were not especially sharp, they were weighted. They picked up enough speed to come sailing down with a satisfying thunk and stick in the ground. Landing a bullseye in the hoop would net a player 3 points, and the closest non-bullseye landings would get a point. It took over 7,000 injuries and 3 deaths to get the jart finally off retailer shelves. The 1980s backyard BBQS scene was short shorts, spear throwing and hospital visits. The sharp mini javelin was known to fracture skulls and body parts when thrown from long distances.